By late afternoon, a scroll arrived, sealed with black wax, no note and guard to explain. Evren opened it at his desk. It was an official decree written in Kael's imperial script, short and efficient, like everything in Kael's empire. No titles and flattery, just fact. Evren Aurelian is hereby appointed to the Imperial Cultural Advisory Council as consultant on Varelian history and language. His presence is required at every third session. He will speak only when asked. Evren read it twice, then a third time. The wording was perfect. Dignity with a muzzle. They hadn't offered him a crown, they'd offered him a chair, and a rule, speak only when asked. He sat back in his chair and let the scroll fall closed. It was clever, subtle, and exactly what he would have done in Kael's position. He looked up at the mirror. The robe he wore now was soft, well-made, stitched with Kaelarun black. His hair were combed, his posture is straight. He looked nothing like a prisoner, but the truth was clear in his eyes. They thought this would tame him. He would let them. He rolled the scroll back up neatly and placed it beside the silver lion brooch on the table. Then he whispered aloud to himself, "Let's begin." Night came slowly. The halls outside fell quiet. The fire burned low in the hearth, casting flickers of gold across the mirror. Evren sat still in his chair, eyes on the glass Kael had left behind. Half full and unfinished, forgotten or meant to be. He stared at it for a long time, watching the light bend in the curve of the bowl. The wine had gone dark, rich red, nearly black in the shadows. He reached out and took the glass. Then, without a word, he threw it against the wall. The sound was sharp, the kind of sound that doesn't echo, it just ends. Shards scattered across the stone floor, glittering like broken stars. Evren didn't flinch. He walked to where the largest piece had landed. Kneeling down, he picked it up carefully between two fingers. It was curved, thick at the base, and narrow at the end, just long enough to pierce. He turned it over in his palm, testing the weight, the feel. It would do. He wrapped it in a strip of cloth from the hem of his robe and slid it beneath the cushion of the chair by the mirror. A hiding place for later. He swept the rest of the glass into a pile with one hand. A servant would come in the morning. They'd see it and report it. Maybe Kael would be told. He hoped he would. Let him wonder. Evren sat back on the bed, robe still draped loosely around him. The room was too quiet again. But in the silence, a smile crept across his face. Not warm, pleased, sharp or crooked, but quietly dangerous. Let them think the war was over. Let them give me silk and titles. He had been raised in a court of scholars and poets, but his father taught him one thing above all. The sharpest blade is the one they don't see until it's already inside.